Hello and welcome. My name is Alexander Mishkevich, and I'm the Chief Executive Officer and President of Terra Balcanica Research Corp. Terra Balcanica Research Corp is listed on the Canadian Securities Exchange under ticker Terra, and we are focusing on the Southeastern Europe, particularly Western Balkan Peninsula, where we are advancing assets, polymetallic assets, in the neighboring countries of Serbia and Bosnia. Over the course of the following presentation, we will be making some forward-looking statements. So therefore, please get acquainted with the following text. Terra Balcanica operates in Bosnia and Serbia. In Bosnia, we have our flagship project, which is what we're going to be mostly talking about during this presentation, a 216 square kilometers land tenure in what can be called the last underexplored jurisdiction of the Western Tethyan Belt. We have diligently worked in Via Gorzanic over the course of the last 2 years to identify multiple drill targets. And over the course of last year, we have advanced that project through our maiden drilling program. In addition to Via Gorzanic, Terra Balcanica also features Ceovište and Kaludra, two other properties in the neighboring Serbia. Ceovište being more of a gold target, Kaludra more of a lead, zinc, silver polymetallic target, both of which we'll see drilling in the next year. Where are we situated? Where we're located in the highly prolific Western Tethyan metallogenic belt. This belt stretches from the Balkans through Greece and Turkey into the Central Asia and all the way to Indochina. If you look at the disposition of deposits and operating mines located in the region, we can say that the western part of the belt is one of the best and most well-endowed areas of this metallogenic belt, with many different deposits either being operational at the moment, exploited, or are being advanced. What are we targeting? We are targeting a suite of polymetallic resources. In Via Gorzanic, those are lead, zinc, silver, copper, and antimony, while in Serbia, as mentioned before, Kaludra and Ceovište are featuring gold, lead, zinc, and silver. So far, in the year 2022, we have completed about 2,000 meters of diamond drilling program, and we will be presenting results of some of that work in the following slides. At this point, I would like to switch over to our project geologist, Sam Won. Samuel has been with the company since 2021 and has been instrumental in both identifying the targets within our flagship project, Via Gorzanic, as well as advancing the further understanding of where we should take our drill program in the future. Over to you, Sam.
Thanks, Alex. So moving into the Via Gorzanic project itself, it's made up of 3 licenses with a total land tenure of 216 kilometers squared, namely the Cumavici license, Chaush, and Olovina, which are situated around the Sasa mine, an operating mine producing about 330,000 tons of lead, zinc, silver concentrate per year. It's currently operated by Minaco. They're focused on northeast-southwest trending intermediate sulfidation veins, which funnel directly towards our Olovina target. In terms of geology, the intrusive complex at this location is 30.5 million years old, and it intruded into a carboniferous basement of phyllites, schists, and black limestones. The Cumavici area in the northwest hosts more volcaniclastic rocks of andesitic tuffs and breccias, whereas Olovina and Brezhny in the southeast of the license area are more intrusive lithologies of granodiorites to diorites. Within this project, we have the opportunity to target in both the epithermal and porphyry proximal environments, giving us polymetallic returns. Moving into the Cumavici area and how we targeted. Starting off with soil geochemistry, you can see 2 maps here of Z-score sums, but in essence, it shows us where concentrations of pathfinder and commodity elements are high or suppressed. you can see an over 7 kilometer long northwest southeast trending zone of elevated zinc, manganese, arsenic, antimony, and thallium. And this element assemblage indicates a lower temperature epithermal environment, which is what we're after in Cumavici. We know that these epithermal deposits are likely to be structurally controlled, so we can use our newly acquired airborne geophysics, in particular magnetics, to target these structures. Drawing your attention to Cumavici up here, it's shown as, again, a northwest-southeast trending corridor of a low magnetic response. Moving on into the actual locality itself with Cumavici Ridge, you can see magnetic lows, areas of possible destructive alteration along structures. And you have them trending with the geochemistry northwest-southeast with an alternate set, a second order set, approximately 90 degrees to this, trending northeast-southwest. It's in these junctions that we target possible dilation zones focusing fluid flow and mineralization. We have three areas of interest in this slide. We have the Cumavici Ridge, Čumořinice, and Joševa. Looking regionally again within our licenses, you can see this northeastern corridor with intermediate sulfidation veins running through a mag low. This is what the Sasa mine are operating and exploiting. Within our license package, we have a similar but longer corridor trending up towards the northwest, which is host to our Cumavici target. In contrast, the Brezhny target is a distinct magnetic high in the southeast, and it draws your eye immediately as to how different this target is than the epithermal target in the northwest. Olivina, situated at the center of these radial vein systems, is magnetic low with these small individual intrusive bodies showing mag high signatures. Moving into the Cumavici target now in this northwestern domain, we have so far intercepted shallow, polymetallic and high-grade epithermal mineralization in 3 drill holes, confirming our exploration model. We've stepped out over 80 meters to the southwest, targeting the down dip extension of this fault-hosted mineralization. The photos on the right-hand side show you typical textures of the high-grade banded ore vein that we're seeing in Cumavici, composed mostly of sphalerite and galena with lesser antimony-bearing stibnite. In section view, you can see here the 3 drill holes intersecting the mineralization, which is dipping towards the southwest. It is open at depth, and our deepest intersection in Cumavici 3 intersected the thickest zone of continuous mineralization with over 8 meters at 465.5 grams per ton silver equivalent. Each of these intercepts hosted a high-grade interval defined by the massive sulfides you saw on the previous slide. With Cumavici 3, we were able to extend this with additional hydrothermal breccias and veins into the footwall and hanging wall of the mineralization. It's important to note that this is one section view through the mineralization, and it is open both into the screen and out of the screen within our 7.2 kilometer long structural corridor. Looking at this corridor, we have the Cumavici Ridge, which is where the previous photos and slide section were from. We have identified at surface high-grade mineralization at the Čumořinice and Seoce target areas within this continuous zone of structural density and outstanding soil geochemistry throughout this entire 7.2 kilometer strike length corridor. And these will be our targets for follow-up drilling. Back to you, Alex.
Thank you so much, Sam, for this technical encapsulation of what appears to be our discovery of a shallow polymetallic system. I think it's safe to say that with this 80-meter drill step out, we have to a certain extent, confirmed a significant down dip extension of this shallow Cumavici ridge vein, or at least its segment there, and confirmed that it's open at depth. I believe that all three holes drilled to date suggest that we have a high-grade shallow polymetallic mineralization, and certainly through future drilling, we'll gain even better understanding of the geological model. Furthermore, I would like to emphasize that Cumavici Ridge is, as you mentioned, only one of the prospective localities within this larger 7.2-kilometer corridor, and the extent of which we are obviously very excited to fully investigate in the next month or so. The Cumavici Ridge vein segment itself appears also open towards northwest, particularly, but also towards the southeast, and the further step outs will confirm the geometry and grade. Overall, we are seeing the same geological characteristics across the entire target area of this large footprint, and Terra's initial 3,000-meter drill program, I think, has certainly proved the thesis. All that meticulous layering of evidence over the course of 18 months prior to our drilling program seems to be bearing fruit. A number of additional drill holes are currently obviously being assayed at our regional ALS lab in Serbia and will be released in the coming months. One more time, the final slide, just to encapsulate the current drilling at the Cumavici target to date. It's, again, important to state that this is just the preliminary maiden drill program. We obviously aim to follow up on these fairly impressive results in the future, and of course deliver those and future technical updates as the drill assays come back from the lab. Please stay tuned for more Terra Balcanica in the future weeks and months. Thank you for your attention, and until next time.